What is she talking about?
Look at me. Did you fuck her?
Okay, got it. Zach, we're done.
Is this the end of Zatima? Is this the end of the Zach and Fatima relationship that everyone in the world loves so much? We're going to tap in and I'm going to give you guys a recap of the season finale, episode 9, entitled The Good with the Bad. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and tap on into it. When we saw the last one, we saw Zach's mom had made her way by the way her name is Gladys. She had made her way to Zach's home by way of the brother Jeremiah, who was a jerk. He's like, I'm tired of taking care of her, so now it's your turn to take care of mom. And so Jeremiah, he literally leaves as Zach is has his mom on the couch trying to keep her awake because she looks as if she has a head injury. He doesn't really know. He just knows he doesn't really know what's wrong with her. He just knows that she's not looking good at that moment, and he's emotional about it. Fatima is the one that helps Zach put Gladys on the couch, and she said, I'm gonna go change my clothes, and Zach is like all confused. He was like, no, wait here. Then he's like, okay, yeah, go ahead, you change your clothes because Gladys is coming too, and she's being real nasty, real disrespectful. She's calling Fatima the B word, and she's telling Fatima, I don't like you red chicks, and I like Karen better, and all of this stuff. I'm sure it's hurting Fatima, but she realizes that Zach's mom has an illness, and it's important that they just get her to the hospital. So they do that. They do just that. They get her to the hospital. She gets, taken into the emergency room. We see where Zach is very now Zach has turned his frustration, his anger, everything, he has turned it over to and on to Fatima. And Fatima is just, trying to be there for Zach. But Zach, this is what Zach does. When he's going through something, when he's emotionally torn, unfortunately he pushes people away. And so Fatima gets on the phone and she calls Dr. Jackson Reese and lets him know, hey, I'm at the hospital, can you come talk to Zach? And so Dr. Jackson Reese does exactly that. But before Dr. Reese comes in, the doctor comes in and says that your mom is just going to be here for a little while longer for some observation, but she's going to be okay, and here's some information for a facility that you may want to reach out to for her. And so he takes the car, and like I say, Dr. Jackson Reed sits down and has a very, very in depth conversation. And for a moment, Zach is really open to having this conversation. He's actually listening. The doctor breaks it down to him and tells him, "Hey, when did these feelings that you're having first start?" Zach says, "When I was 7 years old," and he starts explaining a whole lot of stuff that he kind of dealt with his mom, with his father, with rejection, and so Zach. Now we see why Zach is the way that he is. But then one thing Dr. Jackson Reese does is he tells Zach that he knows Paul, and then like a light switch, Zach literally transforms into the evil to an evil person. He, pretty much curses the doctor out, telling him he's from the hood, and this man, is trying to get with my woman. So they got you down here trying to break me down, and I don't need you. Just he literally curses the therapist, Dr. Reese Jackson Reese, out, and so he leaves, and he, as he always says, just call me when you need me or call me when you want to talk. And then the next thing you know, the two and a half stooges walk in, the two students walk in, and then in walks the third. Y'all finally get images of Cunny. I don't really like Cunny. I don't like Cunny the character because she's here to mess up someone's relationship. So I'm just biased when it comes to that. But anyway, you know, she's there, and then Zach tells, because he's trying to play the man role, y'all, I'm good, y'all my boys, but I'm good, I got this. And so telling them that they can leave and that Connie is going to stay with them. And so when they go ahead and leave, and then Fatima walks in and she sees Zach laying on Connie's shoulder. And so Fatima automatically goes to say, so this is why you don't want me here, because she's here. And of course, Connie is very, I mean, I know I can be hood, y'all, but Connie is like really hood. Her accent gets on my nerves. It is what it is. That's just how I feel about Connie. So anyway, um, uh, Connie, like I said, she's there, and Fatima is just like, okay, whatever you doing, Zach, I'm out. She walks out, leaves him there. I'm going to my parents' house to have dinner. Of course, Zach tries to play it off. This is Connie. This is Fatima, and like I said, Connie at this point is just making it almost as if there's something going on with her and Zach, but at that point there had not been anything that went on. But that's just the way that Connie, made it seem as if there was something going on. So anyway, we find Fatima at her parents' house. By the way, Fatima was raised by her stepdad when she was 9 years old. So in a way, she could actually relate to some of what Zach could possibly be going on if he would, talk to her. But because they're not really talking to each other, he wouldn't really know a whole lot of what has going on with her. So anyway, um, Zach comes to the house and he meets her mom and her dad, and they're literally they're grilling him. It's more of the mother that's grilling him, talking about his prison record and background, and she's, as you could tell, she's judging him because of what he has done in the past. And Zach just lets him know, look, I've done all that I can to be a different person, a better person, and only to be judged every single day, judged by Fatima, judged by her friends, judged by my friends. And it's basically come to the point to I have to come to her parents' house and get judged and be told that I'm not good enough for her. And at that point, Zach is kind of fed, not kind of, he is fed up, you guys. And he leaves and goes to the apartment where his mom lives. And by the way, Connie lives in the same apartment that his mom lives in. And so they're out there playing cards, and he tells her, let's go up to your apartment. And the fellas is like, nah, Zach, you sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do that? Now, of course, Nate could care less. Nate is happy for him to be entangled with Connie, but Tony is like, no, are you sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do that? So anyway, Zach does just that. He goes up to the apartment with Connie, and the two guys, Nate and Tony, start to discuss. I think that she might be on something because she's been off lately. So now y'all not only have know that this man is dealing with a crackhead, unfortunately a crackhead mother. Now he has to deal with a new crackhead girlfriend or a crackhead ex that he's about to get involved in. Now, Zach, like I said, they walk up to Connor's apartment. We don't see them going to Connor's apartment, and we don't know what happens. But then we see Fatima at the house, and she's just literally walking in. She's on the phone with Angela, and then she gets a knock at the door, and it's Zach's mother, Gladys. Now, Gladys, of course, is there to try to get some more money because she has not escaped, but she left the hospital, and she's on drugs. So she is looking for money from anybody. She doesn't even like Fatima, but she still tells Fatima to give her some money. And Fatima's like, I don't have any money. Unfortunately, I don't have any money. I don't keep money like that here, and you can't have, you're gonna have to leave. So she start calling, Fatima all kind of bees and lets her know. But then the next thing you know, Zach walks in the house, and that's when Gladys rings out and say, Zach, give me some money or I'm gonna tell everything. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she goes ahead and let him know, I saw you effing Connie. And he's like, Mom, just go home, just go home. And at this point, y'all, I kind of believe that Zach has stepped and broken the line with your girl Connie. y'all, girl, Connie, I think he has stepped and broken the line because, or either he's just that disappointed in himself that he can't even look at Fatima. Either way, he cannot look her in the eye when she asked him, Zach, did you F her? And he can't answer the question. So at that point, she said, Zach, it's over. So, you guys, is there going to be a season 3 of Zatima? I don't know. Is the couple going to remain together? I don't know. Is this story going to follow through on sisters? I honestly do not know. What do you guys think? Drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. This show, it touched a whole lot of levels. It touched a whole lot of emotional strings. It pulled out men don't get counseling. And so I enjoyed the episode. It was like I said, but it was still an emotional roller coaster. Again, what did you guys think about the episode? With that being said, thank you guys so much for tapping in. If you're new to my channel, you're finding me for the very first time, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you can receive notification of all new content. And if you're interested, go back and watch the other recaps that I have done of Zatima, as well as all the other content that I have available for you guys, especially Ruthless, because that's my baby. That's the home. We are the home of the Ruthless Addicts. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tapping in. Again, this was the season finale to Zatima, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as I always say, you guys stay ruthless.